Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Duke the Interior Designer. Today I want to do something different and I want us to compare some few designs here and there. Welcome back, enjoy this tutorial. I want to teach you how to draw pipes in a normal conventional way and through another method. And I'll start with the conventional method where we draw using slabs and then we can compare the differences. Let's start with the slab. I'll first draw the line work. I use a circle and I can do a radius of 200. Enter twice so that it can draw. The circle is done, and then now we do the slab. Come to the slab, settings. This would be a 0, but I put it at 500. We want it at 500, and choose a material. Let's do mahogany horizontal, vertical, sorry. Let's do vertical. Click OK. And holding the spacing key, tab, and selecting the slab, just click inside. Then go to the marquee, select, right click, and then you can see what you've done. This is it. Now we want to make a pipe out of this. So it means go back to the slab. We now draw a circle inside our circle here, inside our creation. Look for the center. Remember the other one had a radius of 200. Make this one smaller. Let's say the radius, the thickness of our pipe is 10. So that means 200 minus 10, we make it 190. 190. And that is done. The next step is to cut this part. So all you need is to select everything, go to the slab, hold the spacing tab, click, and you've already cut the outer inner material. Let's check the 3D marquee. And you can see what we've done. Such a good job. Now we go to the second method. The second method we'd use what we call a prism, the normal way I normally do my objects. So come here to the new object, go to a sub element, select furnishing, let's call it other furniture, enter. You know the drill, just write your name here. Daniel. Can do descriptions, but today we are not interested. The first thing to do is come to the 2D and write project 23272. Like I've already said, this helps you to see the 2D objects here. Then go to our parameters. We just need to define a few things here. Let's write object radius 1. This will be the outer radius. Let's make it 200. Object radius 2. Select and make it 190. And then we can decide on the height. Let's use ZZ. which will make it the same as the other one, 500. So come to our object. The first thing that I always recommend is writing Torah. Torah helps to make objects smoother. If it has a lot of corners, it makes them smooth, and you can make it 0.0001. Let's determine the object material. Object mat. Object. We use the material. I'll still use the same vertical. So let's pick this one and write. Oh, we'll use it later. Let's do the go subs. Go sub. Go sub. I use an external keyboard. Sometimes I don't even see the caps and the other things. Right end. Then put the label, which is 100, and finish with the return key. Now you can write the material. That's it. And then we use the prism. Prism underscore, and it has two sides, but you'll see as we progress. And let's check the height. It's ZZ, ZZYZX, and then we create the object. We create the object by defining the center point. The center point will be at 0, 0, and then the code for making something circular is 915, and then you write the radius of the object. The first one is this one. Then you ask yourselves how many degrees is the object turning. Ours is 360, and then finish with a code of 4013. Sorry, let me remove the comma first. Check your code, it's correct. Check your 2D. You can see you already have an object here. So we need to cut the inner part. To cut the inner part, you need to continue with our code. So, comma. Again, our center will be the same because all of them are starting from the same center. And then you can copy the other code. Remove the last comma, but our radius now is object radius 2. And make sure to change 2, which is the number of points that you're working with, from to 4, because it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Check your script, okay. Then, oh, you can check this one out. Then let's save. Let's call this pipe. Save. Let's go to our 2D. Our floor plan. Look for objects. Once you click, you get the object there. That's it. You can see same objects made via different methods. Now I want us to see the differences. This is it, sorry. Marquee. show my key in 3D. I don't know, can you note the difference? My computer is very slow. Can you see the smoothness of the second this is what we did using the normal conventional method. This is different. It is very smooth. Let's go to our coding and remove the Torah. Let me make this code bigger so that you can see. Let's comment this. Let's save. Let's go to the ground floor. Let's see the 3D. I hope it has updated. Can you tell the difference? It's the same as the first one. That tells you Torah is very important to create, especially for circular objects. It makes them very smooth. So I'll come back and delete the comment, save, go back, and let's see the 3D. Yes, it has changed. Let's go back to the floor plan. Another difference comes here. You know, this is, you may call this an object, but it is not an object at all. You can't use it. Let's make it into a GDL object. So what I normally do is highlight or marquee the object, show marquee in 3D, then select the object, Control A, it's selected, come here to settings, go to parallel projections, ask yourself from what plane did you construct this object? We did ours from the top view. Make sure to rotate the camera until the angle is 180 and axis length is 1000. Say OK. So this is our object. Come to File, Library Objects, select Object and create an object. Say OK. Let's call this by 2. Save. It's already a GDL, but let's see the differences. Go to floor plan, again click on the object and put it on our drawing. I want us now, this is the one we did using Prism, and this is the other one. Let's check this one first. Let's go to the settings. You see, we already have the parameters for this. You can change everything that you want. Like if I want to do this at 300, you see the difference? Come back. I want to do this at 295. You see, it's very flexible. You can do whatever you want with it. So this is the best parametric object you can create. That's a GDL. Let's check the other GDL. Select this one. Go to the settings. Now look. Apart from lines, services, and the pens, just tell me where I can change anything about this product. Nothing. Unless maybe I change here. I change here to like 500. You see what happens? I still have to change here. but I'm not able to control the thickness of the pipe itself. So that tells you the best created objects are through the coding. There's also another method that I can use to create a circular object, but it's very unreliable. I only do it for very special objects. Like for example, I'll use what we call a B prism. So again, let's open a new object. We create a new object, select, we go to furnishing, let's call it other furniture, come here, and then we give some parameters. Let's say object length, object width, object thickness, and object mat. So here write object, can copy this, can copy this, sorry I've put it in the wrong place, object length, object, let me copy this, and object thickness. Let's say the length I want it at 400, the width at 200, thickness at 30, and object material, let me still do the same. That's it. Let's come to 3D. No, first let's go to 2D. Let's write project 23272. Let's go to 3D and we write, let's consider our Torah. The best thing about this project program does not mind about the capitals and the like. Let's write the go sub 100 and then the label 100 return. Okay, now let's use what we call a B prism. B prism. We've already worked on the H prism, the normal prism, and today I'm introducing something new called B prism. Prism takes several parameters. It will take three materials: the top, the side, and the, let me show you the code, what I'm talking about. It's here, the top, you see, top material, bottom material, and the side material. That is what we need. So we already have our material here, object mat. So object mat 3 times. Okay, and then how many sides? This one, it does not work like a normal prism where we go through and finish with the last point where we started. You only consider the 4 points or the 5 points that you have. So it will be a 4-pointed object. And then what is the height? Our height is this one. I call it thickness, still okay. And then the radius that you want your object to take. And Let's start with 1. We'll see what happens. And then create the object now. This we don't need to start from our axis of 0, 0. We'll get to the center of the object. We can do the normal Cartesian graph where the first point is 0, 0, 15. Go to the next point is the length, x is 0, or no, y is 0, 15. I'm using the codes x, y, so I have to fill the value for x and then the y. Okay, we go to the next one. Let's copy this. It will be object length and then the object width. That replaces the 0. Copy this. The fourth point is this will be 0 and then the y will be object width, and remove this comma. Now the B prism makes a flat object into a circular object along the x-axis. So for us to see the exact object, like for now, if I check the script, it's okay. You can see we are only seeing a flat object. For us to see, I need to rotate this thing first, and I'll rotate it in x, rotate x 90. And remember, we said for any transformation, you need to delete. We only have one transformation. So come here. Good. Now you are seeing this from the top. Now you can see what happens. When you put a radius of 1, the bending is very minimal. Let's continue reducing this radius. Let's say 0.1. You see? It's becoming more circular. That tells you the lower the angle, the more it folds, it curves into a circular object. So that means we go lower than 0.1, let's say 0.5. It's overlapping. You see, I hate this because of the guesswork. So I don't like using it a lot. And yet it's a very specific thing that I'm doing. You see? So how do you make that be able to join? You see, we are still getting so many issues. But you may find use for it. I don't find any use for this at all. See, a lot of guesswork. I don't like it. So let's stop at 5. Let's stop it at there. We save this. Let's call it pipe 3. Okay. Go to the ground. Click. You see, we already have another pipe thing. But now, let's have a look. This is also parametric, but with a few challenges. Like I'll demonstrate right now. You see, we got our pipe as it is. Now select this, go to the settings. You see we have our settings here. If you do a smaller radius like 10, it's changing. So it's still making a pipe, but the difference is, okay, let me put it this way. Let's copy another here, another circle here from this. Let's change the settings for this. The other one, remember the radius is 15. No, it's 10. Let's put this at 30. You see, the object becomes distorted all together. So I usually don't use this. So the preferred ones are the two, but the best one is the one that you use appraisal. And that brings us to the end of our tutorial today. I hope you've learned something, and keep checking our this channel for more educational material, and give suggestions and likes so that I can create more.